Look at Thor going down. What's going to happen next? Getting up, knock the other guy down, bouncing off the ropes, not knowing what to do. Coach Greg, and are you not entertained? Just finished watching the fight. It was amazing. Actually, much better anticipated. Thor came out the victor as expected with a score of 57-54. However, Eddie Hall, he had me nervous. I was banking on Thor winning the fight with a knockout, which he came close, but Eddie Hall had Thor scared. Had him on his ass, in fact. And so what I saw is both fighters holding back a little bit in the earlier rounds. Both knew that if they expended themselves too hard, they would tire out later and not have the cardiovascular endurance to keep going. Thor, in my opinion, had much better boxing skills. He just stood better. On the other hand, Eddie Hall looked very awkward. He was leaning back half the time. It looked like he was just sitting there ready to knock him out. But what for me this does is it makes it way more entertaining than an actual boxing fight. I'm like, look at Thor going down. What's going to happen next? Getting up, knock the other guy down, bouncing off the ropes, not knowing what to do, changing stances when you shouldn't, and basically just going back and forth with anyone able to knock the other guy at any moment's notice. And after the first 2 rounds, I'm thinking, Eddie Hall's got this 2 rounds to nothing. But I felt that Thor was holding back even more, waiting for his opportunity to fatigue Eddie Hall and then take him out in the later rounds. As predicted in my earlier video, I said Thor was going to hold back, get the punches, fatigue Eddie Hall, and beat him later on. It seemed to me going pretty much according to plan, except for getting hit by a few shots he did not expect. And they hurt him, and they hurt him bad, in fact. However, he was able to fight through it and get Eddie in the later rounds. By the 3rd round, you could see Eddie beginning to fatigue and Thor maintaining his composure. Eddie started throwing fewer punches, and with that, Thor became the dominant aggressor. Sounded good, eh, babe?
I wasn't listening.
And so this fight, it lived up to all my expectations and then some. Eddie Hall had much better cardio than expected. I thought he was going to stand there and by the 3rd, 4th round, throw in the towel. Basically, take a punch, go down, and just not get up and be like, I've had enough. But he would get knocked down, stand up, 1-2 seconds later, I'm going back and fighting. He gave it everything he got. Despite having cuts in the eyes, not being able to see quite as well, he gave it everything. And so no matter how bad the blood was between these 2 guys, they were able to settle it in the ring. I really hope they don't continue to carry a grudge, and I personally don't want to see them fight again. Yeah, it's the end of the fight and everyone's excited and you want to see them fight again. You want someone to get a knockout. I've seen the fight. Thor's the winner. I think they can go their separate ways, but I do want to see them fight again, but just not against each other. I'd like to see him fight that huge, tall actor guy with the tattoos on the neck. You guys know who I'm talking about. I want to see him fight him. And Eddie Hall being a shorter, although 6'3", massive guy, you want to see him fight someone shorter as well. Somebody who doesn't really know how to fight exactly. They're not professionals, they're not experts, but they offer this much entertainment because you really don't know what's going to happen. I enjoyed watching this fight more so than Conor McGregor against Floyd Mayweather. 2 massive guys that you don't know what they're going to do. Any punch could knock the other guy out. You don't know if they're going to wrestle. You don't know what's going to go on. But they did boxing to the best of their abilities, gave it their all, trained for years to get to this point, and they put on a show. I'm sure millions of people around the world watched this fight and were highly entertained. How can you top that? The fight was literally free to watch. But imagine how happy the sponsors are. These guys put on such a show. They're able to promote their sponsors. And so, in my opinion, everyone wins. Hope to see them fight again. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IPE Pro. Please check out one of the bloops. Also, the Harder Than Last Time supplements, including Turkesterone, pre-workout protein powders, the Seco Bar. Get all that from clicking the link in the description. Also, the cookbooks, the training books, the coaching plans by me and my team. Don't forget my Circle Diet book. Subscribe. Click the bell button to get notified. And until next time, I am out.